Hey, Bestie, welcome back to the show called Becoming with Coach Angie B. I am Coach Angie B, and on your journey of transformation, here on the Becoming Show, we're going to have weekly stories of wellness, personal growth that's going to help you build your healthier body, stronger mind, deeper connections with your emotions, and live your freedom, live your life freely, authentically. Every week we're going to have different stories about the B ending, meaning that when things came to an end, what came to an end that you had to go, wait, hold up, there's something else needs to start, which is the beginning. Okay, this is the beginning of something new, but I don't know where to start. And that's where we start with becoming, meaning that we become what we want, but we have to start a little bit of practice first and then move into being it. So I am Coach Angie B, and I'm so grateful for you to join us for our weekly series on transformation, growth, and living healthier, better lives. I own two companies. We just got finished talking about Radiate Naturally, which is um, my wellness company. Again, I was certified as a personal trainer for 20 years. I also started a business called the Exodus Group, and with this business called the Exodus Group is where I become the religious trauma educator, where I educate you on religious trauma and how it affects your body, mind, and mental health. So, for me personally, I grew up in a high control organization, and I grew up there from 0 to 20. Like, that's all that I knew. And in this organization, everything was taken care for me. There was no autonomy. Okay. You were told what to do, you were told how to live. And if you didn't, there was a threat of being kicked out of said organization. What we call these organizations now are high control religions and cults. And when I was forced out of the organization for having the sex before marriage, um, I had to figure out how to live my life because everyone in my life at that time was lost contact with me. Like I say it as an example of, you know what? Let's take your phone, dump it in water, get in the plane to a place you know no language, don't know the language, and then start. Like literally, that's exactly what I went through becoming leaving the high control organization that I left. And so I had um no contact with my family, like my birth family, my religious family, which was my church home, or anyone. I had to start off knowing and figuring out something new. And this is what they call control, because the organization controls the behavior of the people who are in the organization by threatening them. If they do talk to someone who's outside the organization, they too will be kicked out. And B, control for me, meaning that in order for me to get back into the good graces of my family, I also have to come back to the organization. And that's what a high control organization is that when you're in it, you're great, but as soon as you leave, you're cut off. And this happens with MLMs, this happens with a lot of narcissistic abuse. And will be telling more stories from the Exodus Group and from people who have survived coming out of high control organizations and religions. The Exodus Group mission is to empower those who have been forced out of high control organizations. And we do this with life coaching, peer-to-peer coaching. We do our TikTok lives every week where we just talk and like empower those who are coming out. We also do celebrations and birthday celebrations because growing up a Jehovah's Witness, I was not able to celebrate myself at all. So certain times, certain things are just very, very challenging for me to do. And now, guess what? We get to celebrate people. I started the Exodus Group, which is a 501c3, so we can celebrate you. So we have different programs where you can shop with people who are Exodus from the Exodus Group. Meaning, if you're an ex-member of any organization, you can host your products or services on our website so we can shop with people. And that'll be a good way to support those who are coming out of high control organizations and religions. And also, we have our 5K race. This year, we're doing a virtual and in-person race. So the virtual race will be in October 2026. We do this every October, but October 2026 from October 1st to the 31st, the virtual race where you just wear your watch and it counts your steps, and it gets kind of competitive, but it's very fun. So I hope you're able to do that. But if you're able to come to our physical race, which will be October 31st in Arabia Mountain in Atlanta, Georgia, then great, cool. We'll be there from 9 o'clock, and the race starts at 9. It's a flat race. But that's where your book, the Couch to 5K book, helps you run that race. And also, Make sure that you are validated and that you're reaching your goals, but setting little benchmarks too. But this also makes you feel encouraged because you're helping other people while you're helping yourself and also moving forward. So I talked a little bit about my becoming journey. I was not always this awesome thing you see here. Hi. On my journey, tools that how I learned a lot because again, I grew up in a high control organization. And what I did learn is that yes, I also had to be on my becoming journey. I was not always as self-confident as I am today. Still working on that, I believe. But honestly, I grew up in an organization where nothing was good was my own. So therefore, when I got forced out, and again, my whole family was cut off from me, I had to learn what I was doing was good. I'm very, very grateful for me personally that, especially my first couple of years coming out, a lot of the people that are my friends became my friends then, and now my friends today. And that's one thing I do say when you come out of a high control organization or anything is that you might need new friends. You might need to get those new friends together. So, one, that you're able to restart somewhere fresh. But two, it builds that self-confidence that you deserve and that you need. That community was very important coming out of that organization. I strongly believe that that's the reason why I created the Access Group, so that I could create that community so that people can better themselves and feel supportive because it's a very, very lonely road when you have nobody that gets what you've been through. And your own family, your mom, your father, your sister, your brother will literally pass you in public because they're told that their version of God does not is not happy with you. One other thing that helped me on my personal becoming journey, and we'll talk about this in this right at my life coaching certification, is TLC, the Transcendent Life Coaching Institute. It was a year and a half program. It took me about 3 years to go through, only because I had so much in-depth things that were going on with me. I'm so grateful for TLC. They really did help me become the person that I am, and actually helped me start the Essence Group because I really did feel like after I went through that program and finally understood the belief systems that were holding me back and the belief systems that I needed to change, and it's be able to examine those belief systems and still be like, okay, maybe it's not me, it's just a belief system. That just that opened the whole world for me. That now, wait, I can do this. Maybe it's not what I need to look like. Maybe this is not that. Maybe I can just change it. It looks completely different. And it does. Life completely changed for me when I no longer blame myself for everything that happened in the organization. And I actually started looking at the organization and started studying it and going, wow, and that purpose effect. And that's one thing we're going to, the Becoming Show is, what are we taking home? What is the purpose? Yes, there's some things we can't find purpose in, the loss of life, especially for a young person, or as a, CSA cases. We're not looking at that. But let's look at the purpose of how strong you became because of that. And yes, sometimes it hurts. We can look at it in a different light. But also, what do we need to release? Because as I studied with Radiate Naturally, the body holds on to those tensions. That body holds on to that muscle memory. My body still holds on to this day that control that I needed. And sometimes I need a hug because I need to feel that control, that hug, or that tightness again. Just so I can break free and go, you know what? I don't have to live there anymore. We can visit, but we know how I have lived there. And that's how one of the ways I came up with the method in a Rooted in Radiance program, we talk about the MEAN method, which is movement, embracing your emotions, alignment, and nourish. Those are the 4 pillars that I have with Radiate Naturally that envelop everything that we do, even with the Exodus group. Meaning that the body holds on to that tension, that stuff that we need, so that movement helps release the anger. The movement helps release our past traumas. The movement releases and helps us release the fear that we've been holding on to, so that we can walk more into the bodies and the becoming that we want desire. Number 2, embracing our emotions. even when we're embracing our emotions, because we've been taught so long that our emotions don't matter, or not to cry, or hold on to anger. No, that's what causes the dis-ease in our bodies. So therefore, by us tuning into it and saying, hey, why am I angry? What can I change? Could I do anything about it? Especially if I was a kid, then no. I did the best I could with whatever I knew at the time. A lot of us are very much angry about things that we're not allow ourselves to look at, but we were kids at the time. There's nothing we could do about it. But our bodies are holding on to that. So I want you to embrace your emotions. We're going to talk about that, how to embrace your emotions, and what tools to use when those emotions come up. We're going to see if we're in alignment with our goals. Meaning that, yes, I might want to lose 200 pounds in 3 days, but is that feasible? I mean, okay. Yeah, you can. I can cut off an arm and lose 200 pounds. Great. But do I want to live a life without an arm? So let's again look at our bodies and go, okay, what emotion is this totally giving me? And also, my allergies, but also, what emotion am I holding on to that I need to let go? And again, like I keep going back to, what is this weight protecting me from? That is such a powerful question, because our bodies are always trying to doing its best to take care of us, to protect us from things. And so therefore that's where disease comes from, because we're not able to release the things that we're holding on to. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the transformation of nourishing ourselves and self-care. Because in nourishing ourselves, that doesn't mean just food and eating healthy. That means, what are we feeding ourselves? What do I tell myself in the morning? Am I going to tell myself, I'm wake up and say, oh, I'm tired? Then automatically the whole day we're just done. We're going to tell ourselves negative things all day. Then of course we're going to feed ourselves negative things. Are we going to feed ourselves positivity? Are we going to laugh? Are we watching the news? That nourishes our bodies too. Okay? Do we want to nourish our bodies with the news? Not really. I need to learn what's going on. Okay, and find another way. Dedicate 10 or 15 minutes a day to it and then move on. Because really, most times, there's nothing we can do about it anyway, right? So the mean formula, movement, embracing your emotions, alignment, and nourishing our body is a formula for what we do with the mean, with Radiate Naturally and the Exodus group. Even with the Exodus group, I'm doing movement with yoga so we can release that tension, release that anger, release that fear, obligation, and guilt that we have in our bodies, because that is still programmed in us. For me, that XJW hangover is still real sometimes. Every day I see something else and I'm like, oh my God, that's still in my head. Okay, we gotta re-educate on that. And it's okay. Embracing the emotions. Yes, my family might not be talking to me, but that's okay. Yes, I am sad in my body. I wish my parents would talk to me. But it's also okay, because you know what? I feel stronger. I feel empowered. I am better because I am not standing up to narcissistic abuse anymore. We're also going to have a segment from the Exodus group. One segment will be about how to heal from religious trauma and also narcissistic abuse. That's a hard word to say. We're going to use dissect the bite model, which is behavior control, information control, thought control, and emotional control. With that bite model, we're going to we're going to look at how, even from high control religions and other narcissistic relationships, how that affects our mental health, our emotional health, and our physical health, so we can gain the freedom to get free and move forward. We're going to talk about a lot on this show called Becoming, okay? And I'm so glad that you're here with me. So if you want to go ahead and join the 14-day challenge with the Spark, you can also donate to the Exodus group at any time. I will have my links in every show notes. If you want to be interviewed by the Exodus group or by me, by Coach Angie B, go ahead and contact me below. We're going to be talking about so much here, and we're so grateful to have you here on the show called Becoming. Bessie, I can't wait to see you on each show and see your transformation and how you grow. I am so excited to be able to bring these stories to you on the ending of things, where things ended and we all talk about those lowest points and those lowest emotions. But I want you to be encouraged. My goal with Becoming is to help you be encouraged, but not only by the be ending, but the beginning of things and how those people got up And sometimes they need help themselves. We're going to talk about low moments. My low moments are look different than your low moments, and that is okay. But as we talk about those low moments, we're going to talk about, yes, I did ask for help. You get to see yourself in these stories that we put on Becoming with Coach Angie B. Because I want you to see that, one, you're not alone. Two, you're stronger than you think. But number three, the answer is already within you. You might need to listen to a show to get it, but it's okay to start small. It's okay to love yourself where you're at. It's okay to celebrate those small wins. Celebrate every day what you're winning. Celebrate what you've done in the past so we can feel strong for this future. I want you to get to the show, come to the show, feel encouraged, feel empowered, but also know that you give yourself grace as you become who you decide you want to be. I am Coach Angie B. Thank you for joining me. Again, my website is coachangieb.com and the exodusgroup.org. We'll hear more from the Exodus Group soon. Make sure you join us for our almost forgot. Our 5K program. You can sign up today on coachangieb.com and on the exodusgroup.org. And also, our in-person race will be held at Arabia Mountain on October 1st. And you can also join us there and sign up for the Great Escape as well. Becoming a partner on the Escape Exchange, which is our place where we support those who are coming out of high control organizations by supporting their products and services. Go to yesisgroup.org, leave me a comment, add your products and services there. We are so excited to support those who are transitioning and becoming who they want to be. If you want to share your story, we're here for that as well. I host events. I host yoga events. We're going to be doing retreats here. This is going to be a great community, y'all, as we celebrate each other, celebrate who and what we are becoming as we take those small steps every day to become stronger than you think. You guys are stronger than you think. I'm Coach Angie B. Thank you. I'll see you on the next show.